All right, am I good now?
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Did you hear me? Yeah, I think it was oh, there it is. Okay, now I see the audio. Yeah, it's because my I have Elgato everything. So
Oh
it's
God.
like yeah, Elgato is like the brand for like a lot of streaming equipment, but I have like an
Uh-huh.
Elgato ring light. I have an Elgato face cam, which is called Elgato something. And then these are just Sonos headphones, which my dad got for just applying to some company.
Those
They just
headphones were the ones they used on the Titan submersible with the
Yeah,
controller.
with
Mm.
the fucking it wasn't even like a current PlayStation controller. It was like a fucking PS3 controller, like a
Mm-hmm.
bootleg one.
Yep.
It's the kind you get when you show up late to the party and you got to play with like the stupid looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that dude's
Stockton.
Stockton Rush, bro. You saw that shit?
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
saw the
So yeah,
documentary on Netflix.
I got a new phone today. It's blue now.
You didn't get the three camera. That's weird. Why
Nah,
not?
weirdly enough, and it's the same size too. Like roughly, it's like slightly different, so I couldn't put my old phone case on it.
That is so strange. I mean, I'm
I didn't even know.
surprised that you didn't get one.
And you know what's worse? I went to go work out before this because
Yeah.
I was sitting in the Verizon store. They were very helpful, but it was like you said, it's like the freaking DMV nowadays.
Mhm.
And I by the time I was in the gym and I went to go plug my headphones in, and I'm like, all those headphones I have are
Oh
useless
yeah.
now.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll get used to it. You don't have the switch anymore, like for this to silence it. So, okay, there we go.
You have the is that the 16?
Yeah.
Are you liking it?
I mean, I just got it. It's like the same shit, basically, just a nicer camera. It's a little faster too.
Yeah, the
The
scrolling.
jerk store called, they're all out of you.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite lines.
And from George.
Yeah, the jerk store called. They're all out of you.
Oh yeah, buddy. So I don't have much of a background. I just call this
You
The
shifted
Mikhail
it over a
corner.
little bit.
Oh yeah, just a little because I'm in the corner now. It's You're welcome to my corner of the world.
I like that more because just the plain wall is a little weird looking.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it was cool because like I can do green screen or I guess blue screen, but I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure out how to adjust that when I do Let's Plays because like I tried to do the color correction even like automatically and it still looked weird. Like I looked like a demon. Like when my skin was all red and shit, I looked like I was cooked, man. So I just
Yeah,
don't know.
it's dark over there right now, so it looks different.
Yeah, it's getting dark out. It's been raining cats and dogs out, bro, every
Yeah,
day.
here it's been overcast. It was a little bit depressing earlier. I didn't get much sleep last night either. Went to bed at 1 and woke up at 4 and then just shoddy sleep until like 5 something. Then just got up and I was like, yeah, just got
For
the day
sh
started.
for
Usually
some
I'll get up
reason, yeah.
and then have some. Usually I'll get up, I won't have any coffee, and I'll try to go back to bed after I eat. But this morning I just got up and I was just like, you know what? It's going to be a long day. Just stayed up and had some coffee, and it's been in a not super emotional roller coaster, but it's just been a weird day whenever you just don't get enough sleep, and it's just like, well, I have like a quarter of the energy I feel like I should right now.
I feel you, bro. It's the worst. You're just like, damn,
Hmm.
you ever like I remember one time I went into work, I was still doing street outreach.
Yeah,
It was my partner before you signed on.
yeah.
And I remember I went to bed the night prior. I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna watch TV tonight. I went to the
Hmm.
gym, got a good workout in. I got home at like 9 and I just went to bed. And I was just
Hmm.
like, I'm gonna just try this. And I remember I woke up, I had time to like
You felt,
make
yeah,
breakfast. I was like, who
yeah,
the fuck has time to do any of
like
that shit?
Dexter, dude.
Yes, it's like some serial killer shit. And I was just like,
Hmm.
is this like what it feels like to be normal?
Hmm.
Or am I the normal one and this is what it's like to be a psycho?
I've noticed though, even if I consistently go to bed before midnight, it's like my body and my mind don't really like it. I'm
Yeah.
so much used to going to bed later and waking up later, but at the same time, there is some type of feeling whenever I wake up really early. And then whenever it if I wake up at 6, by the time it hits 9 or 10, I'm just like, I feel like it should be already be like 3 o'clock by now. How the fuck is the
Mm.
day going to be this long today?
Well, you kind of pointed out to me once. You're like the fastest time, like 2 hours is like
10
10
to
10 to
midnight.
midnight, right? Yeah. I feel like you're always way more disciplined than me about getting up at least in the morning. Because like if I stay
I'm
out late, you know
slow.
me, I'll just sleep till like 1 in the fucking afternoon.
Yeah, I typically can't, but there have been times, especially in the Pickle Palace and living here, where I would sleep until 11. But then I start feeling kind of guilty about it, even though those aren't really
Yeah.
productive hours to me in general. I have slow mornings, and I prefer it that way. I don't like that like grind where you like just get up and just go until the end of the day. I'd rather my mornings be slow and then my evenings be I prefer just more as I'm getting older. I prefer more slowness. I don't like things. The time moves quick enough as it is. I don't need it moving quicker.
Yeah, that's really yeah. You taught me a lot about psychology like that, where it's just like I think I enjoy that too. I just never like quite knew how to articulate it. Like
Yeah,
I do enjoy just the mornings, like those people that get up really early and it's like they have to let you know that they've been up early. I'm like, dude, just you do you, but
yeah,
like I can't keep up with that. Just let me catch up to you by like 11 at best.
yeah. I don't think it. Some people say go to bed between like 10 and midnight. I don't. And then I've heard other people say it doesn't matter when you go to bed, just like consistency and
I think it does.
all lights
Yeah.
off and screens dimmed an hour before bed. And usually whenever I do that, it's pretty good, except like for last night. Then I think you or somebody else said something today. Maybe it was I talked to Cameron earlier, and somebody
Mhm.
said something about they said something. I was just like, maybe that's why I didn't get great sleep last night. I couldn't remember what it was. My mind's it's working a little quicker right now. I think it's because I just ate, but it's been very slow today.
Yeah, man. It's been different since I got home because now that I'm working at home mostly, it's
Yeah.
like this morning I got up and I went to bed late last night. Like I was up late till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
I woke up at like 7 this morning and just got out of bed. I was
Wow.
just like, why? And I
Uh-huh.
just went to my computer and started working on stuff. And of course I took a
Mhm.
nap until like 12 after like an hour or two, but
Yeah,
I don't know, it was
I
weird.
I noticed that too. Like the more I feel my day is purpose filled, the more I'm actually eager to get up. And like I think it was yesterday or today. I think that might be why I was like I just got up and like didn't even think about it, didn't even like really lay there. Just this morning, I think I did just because I woke up so early. I think that was yesterday where I just got up and started the day and got my routine going and actually looked forward to it.
Yeah, man, I feel you. You feel
Hmm.
off if you don't start the day with like that routine and stuff.
Get up, go outside, do some stretches, and
Yeah.
have some coffee. Yeah, slowly getting up.
Well, that's why I like how we have a set time for this. It actually feels better this way because it's like,
Hmm.
all right, now I can plan everything else out better like that. I mean, certain things like I can't really stick to a schedule, but
Structured, but not
something
too
like this.
structured.
Yeah, yeah, there is a balance to it. Like this kind of
Hmm.
thing, there's the method is weekly structured because now we know it's like, okay, we're getting one of these out weekly.
Yeah. Hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
satisfaction in it, sort of.
Hmm.
So how's your fourth broski?
Oh, it was, you know what? it wasn't that eventful. It
Huh?
wasn't that eventful for me. We flew off some fireworks at the field. If you've been to my place, but you haven't seen the field, you've seen the pool. The field is right on the opposite side, not on this side because there's houses, but on the opposite side. And so we
Blew
went
some shit
over
up?
there. Yeah, a little bit. We blew off some stay on the ground stuff, and then not many people were there, surprisingly. And even we came back, and then I did a lap around the neighborhood, did not see anybody lighting anything off. I heard it in the distance. And then today, somebody mentioned about we had a new national bill signed on the 4th. And I was just like, oh, maybe that's why I didn't see that much going on. And I didn't think about it until today. I'm like, you know
Oh,
what?
ban fireworks or something? Or
No, no, the big beautiful bill, not to make this podcast too political, but the big beautiful bill that was signed on Friday or
yeah,
the fourth, whatever day that was. And I think that's why a lot of people weren't lighting off fireworks, not feeling as patriotic and blah blah blah. But even though the
that's
fourth has
stupid.
nothing to do with modern events, about um,
It's about blowing your hands
it's
off.
about Santa Claus coming to town. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
about spreading July joy to all the
yeah, the
children of the
holiday. It's
world.
the holiday of lights. It's the
Yeah,
Hanukkah. Yeah. So I don't know, but
it's the
yeah,
Kwanzaa.
I feel like it was probably pretty big there.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking you're getting us copyrighted with with your
Oh,
labels.
the label.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's I can't even read that.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what label it is now. So if we didn't get copyrighted from the visual, then we would from me saying it probably.
Yeah, dude, Crash Bandicoot,
I saw that. I saw
Co
something there. I couldn't make it out.
copyrighted.
Crash
uh,
Bandicoot.
those Philosofools. Those, what'd you call me before? A whippersnapper or something? Like old people term. You damn
um,
kids.
something.
No,
What
what
did I
the
call
fuck?
it?
You says like some old man shit. Hold on, it's funny. It's like
Rumpelstiltskin? Oh,
what's
Scallywag.
why? No, you're like yeah. You call me a
Mhm.
scallywag, and then you're like why I oughta like
Why I
pointing your cane. Speaking of
hmm
old people, man, old people are the best. They're so fun. I was at my in-laws for my for 4th of July, and I finally went to my
Yeah.
brother-in-law's house that he grew up in. And
Oh
there's
wow.
Roselle, and then there's Roselle Park. I don't, and they're like right next to each other.
Hmm.
So he's in one of them, and yeah, like there was this 90-year-old Italian man there,
Mm.
and this dude, of course, he brought homemade wine, and he was just like, yeah, drink, more, more. It's just
Is that how he sounded?
yeah, he's just funny. Yeah, he's old country for sure.
Wow.
Mm.
He was 94.
He was in like 91, I think. And he's clearly got like Parkinson's or something.
Oh
He's like
really?
shaking and shit. Yeah. Or he's just old, who knows. But he was fun though. He was a fun dude.
He was
But
mobile. Didn't need any help.
he drove home after that. I
Really?
was like, you
Hmm.
good? Shit, all right. Yeah, the his son who was there was telling me that what is it? His dad was dehydrated a few
That's
months
why
ago
you're
and was like,
shaking.
bro, so am I. Or like so was I a few months ago. Like so am I right now. But it's like, dude, I was too. I experienced that for the first time, and I'm like, that shit's
Hmm.
scary. I've never had that where I'm so dehydrated. I'm going to drink water and I can't even hold the freaking cup still because I'm just
Yeah.
like, that was different. I've never experienced that.
We went paintballing yesterday. You could see the bruise right there.
Oh yeah, I heard you got fucked up.
Yeah, and then one right there too. I got to work on my shoulders more. They're getting small.
Battle scars.
Yeah, it's all tender.
He's a tenderloin.
Yeah, that was fun. Paintballing's a blast.
Dude, there
Hurts.
was tons of people like blowing up shit in Jersey.
Was there?
Yeah, dude, we had a freaking tornado here. That never happens.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a tornado that ripped
Friday?
through North Plainfield. Not on 4th of July, like the day before, and like a freaking big ass tree fell on someone's car and like killed somebody. It was crazy,
Wow.
man. Like I don't know if it was like a big ass vortex, like fucking like the movie Twister, but like it was
Hmm.
like they get in Kansas or whatever. But it was for Jersey, we don't really see that. It was
No,
right by Phil's
there's
place. He was out of power for like a day.
really.
Yeah,
That
a
is
lot of
so
damage.
strange.
I know it was very rare.
I can't see a tornado even feeling inclined to touch the ground there.
Yeah, and then the tornado leaves, and it's like, hey, forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
Hey, what are you gonna do? The tornado, he's wearing a wire.
Yeah. What? The tornado's wearing wire.
Fucking, you can't even trust Mother Nature. The tornado's
Oh.
wearing a fucking
Hmm.
wire.
You don't think I got problems?
You don't think things are twisted up in here? You eating cereal?
Eating chili.
Hell yeah.
Now I don't even want a donut. I wanted one earlier.
Chili and donuts.
Yeah,
I had a
but
big ass meatball parm and
yeah.
sweet potato
Hell
fries,
yeah.
and I was just like, all right, I need to reevaluate because I
Hmm.
put I fucking I started feeling like Santa Claus.
It was bread too.
Yeah, dude, it was just like greasy diner food. Because you're right, the freaking phone store is like it's worse than the DMV. We were there for like 2.5 hours.
And they were just switching stuff over.
I do feel bad for those people that work there though, because there was at least I mean, there was only still like one is enough. There was one lady who walked in and she was
Uh,
just being bitchy and just like, "You guys are giving me mixed signals here," me, and she just stormed out. Grown ass woman because she's upset because they wouldn't like fix her phone screen. I'm like, yeah, they probably deal with that on a daily or hourly basis even.
and she said you're giving me mixed signals.
Yeah, because she said that somebody on the Verizon, like on the phone line, said they would fix it, and then other people, and then the store, they're like, nah, no, no, none of the Verizon stores fix it. And I don't know, just customer service, man.
Mixed
I don't.
signals. Saying that to a at a cell phone shop is so silly.
Yeah,
To like a pun. You're giving me mixed signals. And they're like, hey,
I'm
that's
going.
what we do here.
I'm going back to singular.
I used to have singular.
Yeah, I remember singular.
Hmm.
Raising the bar. That was their
Yep.
logo.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, Moto.
Hmm.
That's still around, right?
Yeah, it is. They're making new phones for that too.
You remember the
Let's see.
in in Medellin? The freaking radio station mix
Thanks. I don't
every
know if
like
that was the
5
radio
seconds.
or the songs DJ. It was yeah, it
Must
was
have been the
overkill.
radio. I don't know. It was yeah. It was like it sounded cool, like as like a little intro to the song, but like every like
Hmm.
fucking 10 seconds, like dude, are we like listening to like one of those copyright songs you got like purchase before musicloops.com?
Hmm. Music. All right.
Yeah.
China. So we had a few ideas for
Oh, I
the
got some, but
pod.
you go first.
Okay. So one of the ideas I have, let me let me see, because I'm pretty sure I took us. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Yep. So if you could take all the footage and audio of your, excuse me, of all right. So if you could take all the footage and audio footage of your family or friends and use AI to recreate them after they die, would you? Or even crazier yet, if you have a family member you feel for immensely, but you wish you could have only had the good qualities, like maybe they have dementia or Alzheimer's, would you use AI to still have them in your life? So that's kind of a double question. So if you could take all the footage, audio, video, and pretty much copy and paste that into AI to recreate that person, if they died, some Black Mirror shit, would you
That
do
is a
that?
Black Mirror episode, I swear, like where her husband dies
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she buys a robot and starts having sex with it.
Crazy enough, I was watching How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, that this German show on Netflix. Such a good show. And he wanted to consult with one of his buddies, but he knew that his friend, he'd just gotten out of prison. It's the last season. And so I'm not trying not to spoil, but he put all of his files, all of the text, everything into chat and basically did what I'm saying right now. I just saw the episode like 2 nights ago, and it started talking to him like it was his buddy, and he tested it and stuff, and it came back just like his buddy.
Damn.
And yeah, I know it's a little bit crazy. I've seen a video of a similar idea
AI is
where
gonna
this
snitch.
yeah, and there's this lady, she's like some Asian lady, and her daughter was like a toddler, and her daughter died. and she put on
Oh,
some AI, some goggles, and she was like hugging her daughter in the AI, and I feel like that can open up so many. It can open up a door in a Pandora's box that like I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing.
first of all, How to Sell Drugs, that's just a clickbaity ass title.
Such a good show.
It's really good though. Yeah, it sounds like you were
Mm-hmm.
binging it. But also,
Yep.
nah, I feel like that's just so immoral. Just
Yeah.
let him rest in peace, you know?
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
been
I
a lot of
mean,
movies, not even just Black Mirror. I feel like there's a lot of movies that have had like a
hmm
similar concept to that.
hmm
Like not
I
not
feel
really
like,
Blade Runner, but like something similar to it.
yeah, I feel like for the grieving process, it's such uncharted territory. I feel like it could help, but then what if you're never able to like let it go? I feel like most people, I feel like,
Like your subscription runs out.
or yeah, that too, but like you just become so attached to the AI, and so you're like theoretically this person's still in my life. I don't have to leave them alone, but I don't know. It still has its limitations, so I feel like it would ease the grieving process.
It could, but it's also like prolonging the inevitable and just kind of living in denial, is it not?
I feel like yes and no if you're still able to like acknowledge that that person's no longer there and like you actually can realistically acknowledge that. I don't know. I feel like you could only get to a certain point where you're like, all right, well, I've, because I don't think you're ever ready for somebody to die. I think you can be prepared
Nah.
for it. So I
Nah,
don't
you really
know.
aren't. It's weird, bro. Every person close to me or any friends or family that have died, it always feels like I don't know if it's just like the video game brain of me, but it's always like, oh, they're just gonna respawn, right? It's such a
Hmm.
weird like instant like I'm talking
Yeah.
like the first time I hear it happen, I'm just like, oh shit, they're gone.
Hmm.
That's my reaction. Just like I don't instantly register in my brain like they're actually like not I don't get to talk to them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like what happened with my dad. I feel like if
Yeah.
my dad didn't make it out of his surgery, I would have probably felt a deep inclination and urge to like recreate them through AI and to like work through unfinished stuff or stuff like that, or just to, yeah, so I could see myself messing around with that. I think it'd be hard not to. Curiosity.
If the technology's there, yeah. I feel like
My,
a lot of people given like the
mhm,
opportunity would absolutely do that though. If it's
yeah,
especially if it's an untimely I mean, I guess death is always untimely, but
hmm.
like you know, like a uh sudden sort of thing.
Do you have any friends who've died?
Yeah, not like our age though.
Hmm.
I don't have any like close friends like in my inner
Yeah.
circle at any point in my life that have I've known people our age. I mean, when we
Hmm.
were younger, but I wasn't like super close with. Thankfully,
Yeah.
you know, that hasn't happened with me. But
No, I haven't
mostly
had
I'd
any
say my
close.
close at least with family, it's my nana and my grandmother.
Yeah. So you wouldn't, even if you had like footage of either of them and like writings and stuff where it could capture who they were as a
No,
person.
because it's also been a while, you know. My grandma was 6 years ago.
Hmm.
My nana was like 15 almost. Like it was 14 or 15 years ago now.
Hmm.
And even though it's like I grew up with them and they were a huge part of my life, it's just like I've accepted.
Yeah. Hmm.
I've
Yeah,
gone
I'd be
through what is it,
curious
the
to ask
five
my parents
stages?
that. I think it is five stages.
Yeah, and they kind of can go in any order.
Yes, they're not linear.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder what
And
that
you
is.
can
I
even,
think mine is denial first, maybe.
yeah. And then I think acceptance is the last one, but then again, like you can go from acceptance to I don't I think once you go through them, I think there are probably some stages that you're less likely to go through than other ones. Like denial, I mean, I feel like denial is probably if you know for sure, like if it's not like a Titan submersible type thing and you don't know if like, oh, what if they're actually like, or if like one of your family members got stranded in the Amazon and they like were never found, probably like eaten by an anaconda, but you have
Like,
no conclusive evidence that they actually
yeah,
died or anything, and so you're just like, no, they're not. Yes, I feel like depending on how the person dies and stuff,
a
I think
fucking blow
those,
dart, like one of those little like tribes
yeah.
people. Then they
Hmm.
fucking spit roasted them.
Yes, spit roasted them, tied
Yeah,
them to a stick.
like Jack Sparrow. Big fire,
Yeah.
big fire.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd like to say that I wouldn't do that with AI, but I think I would probably be so curious, so I probably would.
Maybe if it's like nobody currently that I know, but I can't say that I would never consider it,
Yeah. Hmm.
you know?
Especially if the technology is there.
It's always like that thing to me. It's just like you don't like we all say like, "Oh, would you take the money if
Yeah.
to do this undignified shit?" And it's like
Hmm.
well, all of us like it's all this ego is just like, "I would never do that." I'm like, "Bro, if that suitcase and those fucking there's $50 million in front of you, you'll fucking do anything. You'll do a
Hmm.
lot of things,
Hmm.
you know."
It's like yeah, there was a joke, I think it was Bill Burr, and he was just like saying how people would say that they'd go if they could go back to the 1930 and 40s Nazi Germany, that they would kill Hitler. And he's like, no, you wouldn't. You'd be doing the same exact shit you're doing right now. But
Isn't that
yeah,
kind of crazy though, you know?
mhm. Yeah, what social psychologists have found is that people act differently in different situations, which makes sense. I mean, I feel like it makes sense and then it doesn't, just because a lot of people are like, oh, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do. But yeah,
But you're
that
not
people
like
act
people don't
differently.
really like act like they have a total grip and
Yeah,
control and can plan ahead everything that's happening in the moment. Like if there's a shooter that comes into the
yeah.
store when I'm there, I'm gonna. It's like they always come up with this fucking Rambo situation where
Hmm.
like it's like fucking Die Hard or something, and they're the main character. I'm like, bro, you don't know if he's gonna turn left or right, if he's gonna start shooting
No,
this way. It's like he's crazy.
I was actually listening to that one body language audiobook by that FBI dude. And so it goes like fight, flight, or freeze, but that's not the order in which it happens. So it actually goes in like flight, freeze, and fight, or freeze. I forget what order it goes in. I was just putting this in my notes.
I thought it was like usually one or the other, or maybe two of them.
It is, yeah. Um, I use ChatGPT so much that it's
Yeah.
hard to
Like I think of my neighbor growing up, and when he was working in building two, when the first one got hit,
Oh yeah.
and he fucking as soon as he heard and saw it across, he's just like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, was he? So he was smart.
Yeah, because his floor was above where the second tower hit, so he would have been trapped in there, and he would have
But he
gone
was on
down
the
with it.
ground level.
But no, he got out because he was working in the second tower that got hit, the south tower. And
Hmm.
as soon as the first one got hit, and they're like, "Ah, everybody remain calm. It was just an
That's
accident."
crazy.
He's just like, I'm getting the fuck out." And a lot of people did, and they're just like, "Yeah." He left and he went home, and yeah, it's just especially living
Hmm.
around in Jersey, and there you hear like stories from everybody.
So he was able to get out of the city before. Like, how quickly could he get out? Because I mean, at that point, I feel like everybody is panicking.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get off the bridges and everything. My dad had to take a ferry home. He said it was like the first and only time he ever took the ferry home from Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they shut down the bridges. Like my brother-in-law's father. Does that
Wow.
make him my father-in-law? Is that what you call it?
Stepfather-in-law.
Sure. But yeah,
Hmm.
he said that when he was in Brooklyn and he took the Verrazano Bridge, which is the bridge from Staten Island
Hmm.
to Manhattan, and he took that, and right after he got to Staten Island, they shut down the bridge, and like everyone else had to turn around because they put like the whole island on lockdown because they didn't know what was gonna happen because you're hearing over the radio they're just like fucking, oh, the Capitol just got hit, or the Pentagon
Yeah.
just got hit. Yeah.
Hmm.
I like how I somehow turned this into a fucking 9/11 podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, wasn't there? So there's the Pentagon, the Twin Towers, and then there's another. Wasn't there a third
United
place that got?
93, it was the one that went down in PA. That's the one that allegedly was going to hit either the Capitol or the White House or something like
And it
that.
didn't, right? They fucked
No,
up.
it didn't happen because, and they made a movie on it.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of movies, but they made that one movie, United 93. The
Hmm.
hijackers got overpowered because
Right.
the crew and everything they
Hmm.
took over, but they couldn't land it properly, so it just went down in the middle of PA somewhere in like rural Pennsylvania.
Did anyone survive?
No, 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 they all
Wow.
perished.
Hmm.
It basically like nosedive into the ground,
For
exploded.
some reason, I don't know if maybe I didn't know that happened or maybe I forgot. But whenever I was listening to I was watching something and maybe it was with you, I don't remember. But I didn't realize that there was a third. I thought it was just the Pentagon and the Twin Towers.
There's 4 planes total.
Okay, so the two towers, the Pentagon, and then the PA one.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I think it was North Tower got hit around
Hmm.
like 8:30 in the morning. South Tower gets
Yeah.
hit shortly after. South Tower collapses first. North
Hmm.
Tower collapses after that. And then
That's right.
somewhere in between all that, the Pentagon gets hit. And then also United
Yeah.
93 at some point goes down in
Hmm.
Pennsylvania. And what's creepy is at the 9/11 museum,
Yeah.
that I took you to ground zero, but we couldn't because that's like a whole day you spend there. There's
Yeah.
like so much like debris and shit recovered. And I saw a watch from one of the passengers of United 93, and it's obviously broken, but it's stuck at that exact time that it crashed.
Was it?
It's just creepy
Did it
shit like
say
that, you know?
9/11?
Yeah. Just 9/11. No, it does actually on the freaking thing.
Really?
It says the date and it says like the exact like second that it
Um,
fucking
digital type. So that was out
yeah.
of one of the towers.
No, that was United 93. They recovered
That's the
that from like
PA.
the field, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, right? It was wild.
Hmm.
I mean, it's kind of like in I think Titanic, they got like some clocks and stuff. Like it's always weird to me when you recover clocks because it's like, damn, this is like really is frozen in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's eerie. Stockton Rush. What a
Uh-huh.
lunatic.
He's like,
Fucking
"Hey, honey, look at me. I'm flying the Titanic."
I'm going to the Titanic. I'm dead.
What idiot
That's so
loser.
scary. Dude, that shit made me so uncomfortable watching that. I almost had to
The
leave. And I'm not,
documentary.
yeah. And I've seen like,
Hmm.
dude, I've watched like Serbian film. I've watched like the worst fucking movies, but that
Yeah.
shit made me
Hmm.
uncomfortable. It made me uneasy because I'm like, this is real. Like he actually went down there and you can hear what do you call it? The carbon fibers just fucking
Yeah, I
snapping and
know.
breaking.
I thought
I'm
that
like,
was
what
crazy
is wrong
too.
with you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, whenever we watched it, it answered. I don't think that documentary left any answers or questions unanswered. So like it had
It
the
was
carbon
good.
fiber breaking. It had the whenever they had the scanning thing. Whenever it was showing them as the
Mhm.
depth would keep going.
And
Yeah,
yeah, they could hear it like I remember I forget who it was, but they're like, dude, we can literally we heard a crack as you were resubmerging, just like not even on the equipment, like they could just hear it.
yeah.
It's like, oh my
Hmm.
God, dude, you're nuts. And he wanted to have like 10 of those going at once.
Yeah,
Fucking lunatic.
I
And
know. And
pro
then slowly fired everyone.
Yeah, like I mean, the whole situation is fucked, but I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny when it was like the HR girl got promoted to like mission director, and she's just so clueless and unqualified. I was
Uh-huh.
like, God damn it. Like,
She's just like, I
dude.
stayed because it was COVID. Everyone's
Yeah,
losing their jobs.
I know. And I was like, I can't really totally blame her, but I'm like, this is fucking insane, dude. I
Yeah,
was like, what a
exactly.
psycho.
Yeah, and then I looked it up because I was like, what? Because I know his wife worked there too, and so I was like, did she get any lawsuits? But I guess she's been fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw most of it. I had to leave to go do
Hmm.
something, but I don't think I saw the end of it. But I remember when he fires the Scottish dude or
Hmm.
whatever, because he basically just started going like, dude, this is fucking dangerous. You sure you want to do this? And he's just like, get out.
Hmm. Yeah, worked out for him because they were on maritime laws because they were so far out, and so I think
Yeah.
it was kind of like no man's land almost.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting how that works again across like continental waters,
Hmm.
international waters. I always forgot like at the beginning of Titanic, they're actually on like a Russian ship, and I was like, oh shit, I guess that is technically like Russian waters right there, or Finland or something like that.
Wait, who made the Titanic? That was a Russian ship?
No, no, no. The Titanic was
Oh, the one that they
the
like
White
in the beginning.
Star. Yeah, just like with Bill Paxton and his crew on it. Uh
Yeah, okay.
like in the modern time when it's they're going down there, which is so cool to me. It's like, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, James Cameron, like you're cool for doing that, but like you got to be somewhat like, in my mind, you got to be a little crazy to be willing to
Yeah.
go down there, you know?
I'm good. I'm all
I'm good,
right.
bro. I'd
Yeah.
rather
I
like
like
I
being
don't want to
okay.
do either things, but I'd rather
Yeah.
do if I had to, like the Katy Perry and space thing. Like I think I'd honestly that's less scary than going fucking 8 Empire State Buildings underwater. I think they said.
So they went up to the moon, Katy Perry and them.
Nah, dude, we haven't gone to the moon in I don't even know how long,
Hmm. Where'd they go?
but they went to like high inner orbit or something like that.
High inner orbit. The gum. They visited the gum company.
The
You're Staupen.
Welcome to
Dirty mouth.
Philosophies. What
Yeah,
if we
dirty
just
mouth.
started?
Clean it. Oh,
Naughty.
some podcasters they'll take a snippet and then put it at
Yeah.
the beginning. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they always do that.
Hmm.
That's what I do on
Yeah.
some of the Let's Plays. You take like a funny line or something like that, and you're just like coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orbit.
That's why
Planets up.
I've learned that like all these different tricks about YouTube, and I'm not knocking guys that do this because I'm actually kind of doing the same thing now, but a lot of these YouTubers like Jacksepticeye, for example, and I like
Yes.
Jacksepticeye. I think he's a cool dude, but he starts out every video with his loud Irish ass self just going, top of the morning to you laddies. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I used to think like that was just I didn't really think about it too much, but I'm like, oh, it's because
For
everyone has
to
the
keep you
attention
locked
span
in.
of a fucking goldfish, and you need
Uh-huh.
like that first 10 seconds to be solid and something that kind of gets
Yes.
stuck in your head.
Hmm.
PewDiePie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly what it is. People have short attention spans and you want to hook them quick.
That's why you have like everyone, it's so irrelevant. You'll have like GTA cars falling or like Subway Surfer or something on while it's like there's just something video at the top, but just
Yeah.
just so they keep watching.
Yeah, those are strange whenever it's like halfway dude explaining something and then the other half there's like the GTA car like on the bridge
Yeah,
doing
it's just
those
so
weird.
it's so you watch the whole thing because it's like addicting to watch something so satisfying or
Hmm.
throwing like a fucking object in a shredder.
Yeah, uh-huh. Or that big thing that crushes things just slowly.
Oh, the hydraulic press. I like to
Yeah.
just put those on in the background, just like, like two
Yeah,
hours
because
of
they're
that. I did
cool
that one day
looking.
at work.
Just watching that.
Yeah, the advance. I remember I just had that shit on in the background. I was feeling kind of
Yeah,
anxious. Like, I need something
it's
to like
hilarious.
drown out all
Yeah.
the chaos.
Yeah, just sitting around and fucking these people are insane.
So you want me to ask you a question? Because I got a question. I got a
Yeah, let's go.
Philosophal's question, perhaps. All right, this is an interview now, so don't fuck it up. This is live. We're live now. We'll do it live.
live in New York City
Live
on
in
the Tonight
Madison
Show.
Square Garden.
Yep.
Here are the Philosofools.
Oh shit.
Play us in.
Yeah. We need
I
the
want to
MIDI
know.
pad.
Yeah, I want to know. This is just, I already asked you about 4th of July though, but what is freedom to
Oh
you?
yeah. Freedom to me is being able to do what you want when you want.
Straight up.
Hmm.
Straight up.
Yeah, when you what you want when you want.
Yeah.
Um,
Not having
that's
to get up and
yeah,
do shit that you don't want to do.
but symbolically. So that's my how I mentalize it. But there's like symbols of freedom. If I see, but it's weird because if I see the American flag, I feel like that looks like home to me. It doesn't necessarily mean freedom, though.
Yeah.
I'm so used to seeing it too, though, that I don't really. I didn't think about that until now, what it even means to. I'm so used to seeing it.
I think there's like, I think it's Bruce Springsteen said, your car's freedom.
Yeah,
Just ha
exactly.
having a
Just
car.
symbolically. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah, because my car, that feels like freedom symbolically.
Mm.
Money, that feels like freedom, that looks like freedom symbolically.
Not having to be
Um,
bogged down by, but yeah, because like if you don't have money to pay bills to do basic shit, then you're stuck doing tasks that you don't
exactly.
want to do usually
Hmm.
for to obtain this mostly digital value. It's that's what really fucking, you know, that was a real tough pill to swallow. And it's like, damn, this thing we're mostly chasing, the thing that the world is running off of, it's not even real.
No, it's a social construct.
Yeah.
Animals don't use money. It's like the Louis C.K. bit, just eat the shit on the ground. And he's like,
Eat
but
it
it's
on the
not covered,
ground.
it's not
Yeah.
covered in crispy bacon.
It was just a bacon.
Yeah.
What
Hmm.
is what is a job?
Exactly. A job,
Yeah.
weirdly enough, though, like the job doesn't feel like freedom. That feels like a
Mm-mm. I feel like
constriction.
people cope hard, man, because there's people that are like, yeah, I mean, even if I was like, even if I had $50 million, I'd still do my day job. I'm like, the fuck you would. Are you serious?
No, if I had all the money, freedom to me would be to do what I want when I want. And right now, that would probably be to travel. That'd be to
Yeah.
make sure everybody around me is taken care of, whatever they need
Yeah.
and want.
Them
And
first, but then also like I would love to
yeah,
spread good and do good by the world and
hmm,
do good for others. But like I feel like so many people want to do that. You are just held back by this. Like you said, would you call it a social construct?
yeah,
Con
money is social
whatever?
construct.
Yeah. Which is like you just you run out of time on this
Yeah,
fucking hamster wheel, you know?
freedom is also um, having the health and
Yeah.
able-bodiedness and mental faculties. I mean, I wonder, like that dude, that YouTuber that we both
I was just
stumbled
thinking of him.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be um, like freedom confliction for sure.
Yeah. Did I mention that last time? I don't want to like repeat myself like from if I'm I don't want to like fucking. I just said the one thing that pet peeves me. I don't want to repeat myself. No, but like I don't want to like just do the same story again and bore people. But like
Remember what we
he's
said?
saying a different way.
Or I mean, yeah, if you said it once, just say it again.
Yeah, well, basically like I just don't want to like bore people to tears. But like the the dude who has the cancer you're talking about,
Yeah,
he's only like 34. God
he's
bless
very
him.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just somebody in the comments, they're with all the right intentions, they're like, well, I know this guy, he's got the same illness as you, and 10 years later, he's still breathing. And of course, the guy's first response is, that's great and all, but how's his quality of life? I don't remember
Did
if I
the
said
YouTuber
that.
say that too?
The YouTuber that has the cancer
He said that.
replied to that comment and
Yeah.
went, "Good for him, but like, what's his like, you know,
Yeah.
just is his quality of life like, you know, okay enough, or he's
Yeah.
not
How are you,
just
is he
miserable?
wheelchair bound? Is he bed bound? I mean, even
Yeah, is he
bed bound, like that's
restricted?
not
How?
freedom.
No, part of it's a
Hmm.
state of mind. Part of emotional
Yeah.
well-being is a state of mind.
Yeah. And that's, there's a, I might, I haven't looked at this in a while, but there's like a, acceptance and commitment therapy. I think that's part of the narrative of it. Like if you, especially with illness and stuff, like accepting it and like what can you do with that, that you can still be thriving. I mean, that's hard to thrive. I haven't looked at that YouTube channel in a while, but last time so I saw his first video, and that's whenever we were still in the Pickle Palace, and he said, so basically he said that like he was diagnosed, and this was before chemo and stuff, and he wanted to go to, I think it was Thailand, and get treatment in Thailand and just be in Thailand. And he was just like, yeah, so I had my first treatment in like 2 weeks. I'm just like, honestly, I mean, that's it's a great goal, but man, you're gonna be laid out. I don't know if you're and I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. I mean, traveling stuff on chemo, and then I saw an updated video of him, and that's whenever he was undergoing chemo, and he was just wiped out. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
liked
chemo,
your
that shit
ambitious
sucks.
thinking, but yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't.
dude.
That's why, man. I like those videos, but at the same time, I mean, like they're great for. I think of that line from Linkin Park, the um, watch time, watch it fly by as the pendulum swings the tick. I forget how it goes,
The
but
clock
yeah,
ticks like the wave. It's so unreal.
that's why I try, man. Like it's hard to like pursue, like live every day to the fullest. It's easier
Fuck
in
yeah, it is.
retrospect, but in the moment, sometimes like you may have lack of sleep or like something in the moment that's like impeding, and that's why, dude, I can't. That's why I didn't have a TV at our apartment because I was just like, I don't. I'm already addicted to my phone, dude. I don't need more screens.
One day we're gonna look back on these videos and we're gonna smile like, damn, we had all the time in the world. That's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to do all these things now.
Hmm.
Because that's the
Yeah.
one thing that I've learned from my elders is fucking time. That's what we got. As far as
Those are
we don't know how much time we have, but that is the most
no.
valuable thing we have because they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, look, I'm 70 years old. You're always going to wish you did things a little differently here and there, but like they said,
Hmm.
yeah, I might be retired now and have all the money I need, but I would trade it all to be you in your position again, even if you're broke. I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
There's a really interesting book. It was a Australian geriatric nurse, and she wrote a book of like the 10 wishes of the dying, and I think one of them was I wish I didn't work as hard as I did.
I'm
Would
gonna
have
write that down.
wanted yeah, yeah, it's
10
the
wishes of
10.
the dawn.
Yeah, and I
Sounds
might
good.
listen to that tonight. Yeah, the 10 wishes of the dying, and I know one of them was I wish I didn't work as hard as I did. That's the only
Yeah.
one that comes to mind right now, just because of the grind culture, like
Hmm.
in westernized society. It just
Straight up.
yeah,
So
wish I would have
prevalent.
spent more times with loved ones. And I can't remember the other ones, but those stuck out to me the most. I think age related, maybe that's why. Because like no family, no extended family. It's like whenever somebody is like I want to create a family of my own, like whenever they want to have a family. It's always been a weird phrasing to me because, like, the way I see it is like you're extending the family. Like, you're not creating a family from scratch. That's not really, you're far beyond that, like, in
Yeah.
right now because you already have a family. You're just extending the family. And so everybody's got
You're
to
spreading your seed
switch their
everywhere.
phrase. Yeah, I'm going to be a public speaker and make everybody change their phrases.
Yeah,
Can't
I
say it like
mean,
that anymore.
I'm just full of all these quotes, but I do hold on to some of them because like the ones like you it's like a wise man it's like wise man learns from his mistakes, once, but a wiser man learns from others' mistakes. Like that's always one that
Yes.
sticks with me.
hmm Wishes of the dying
Yeah,
geriatric.
you should go through those. I wonder what.
Let me see.
Yeah, I wonder how many of them say, because this is kind of one that you and I, because we're reaching that age where, some a lot of our friends and people our age are getting married and having all these like
hmm
lifelong commitments, and you and I are just not there. I know, and
Not yet.
yeah, like I don't if we'll ever be, I know.
I
But
know. Yeah.
fucking A, man. It's
Feels like
just
a pipe dream.
it's just so fucking forever. It's too permanent, man.
hmm
I
So I
just
wish
can.
I
But anyway, no, I was just thinking real quick, like how many of those say that didn't have kids? I wish I had kids. That's the only one I was thinking. Sorry.
hmm So I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. That one, yeah, that one resonated with me just because of my career choice and my parents and stuff, like encouraging different ways. I'm glad I chose the career choice that I did. And then I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And I wish I'd let myself be happier.
Like kind of like being kinder to yourself.
So that would, the fifth one I said, I wish I'd let myself be happier. Many didn't realize until the end that happiness is a choice and had stayed stuck in habits or fear of change.
Even knowing that it's hard as shit sometimes, some days.
Hell yeah, it is.
And I do know that happiness, a lot of it's a choice. Like every time I'm in my ranty, bitchy moods, I'm just like, dude, I'm choosing to complain right now.
Yeah. So I guess
And it
this
doesn't feel
was
good.
the most common regret. So that was the first one. The most common regret was people often realized their dreams had gone unfulfilled due to choices made to please others.
Jobs.
Yeah.
You're working for someone else's dream because you didn't.
Yeah.
And it's not always your fault, but it's like
No.
you're
Yeah.
just working for somebody else instead of working towards what you want to
hmm
do.
Yeah, and then the second one, though, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. And this was especially common among men who regretted missing time with family and personal fulfillment.
That's so sad.
Yeah, then I
So
wish I had the
real.
courage to express my feelings. So that was many suppressed emotions to avoid conflict, leading to bitterness and regret. So that's kind of like what's that Joe Rogan quote? The honest conflict has more social value than dishonest harmony.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
I
really good
love that.
quote.
Honest
Should be a
conflict has
poster.
more social value than dishonest harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had stayed in touch with friends. As people aged or got sick, they missed deep friendships that had faded over time. I used to kind of be resentful of like whenever, especially like early to mid 20s, whenever everybody's kind of like getting mixed up with their own life and stuff. Just like I used to kind of like be like, well, if you're not going to put the effort forth, then I'm not either. But I don't know. I try to work against that. I don't think that's a healthy way of going about it, especially with like valued friends. I mean, 'cause it's not always going to be 50-50, and a lot of um yeah, it never is. And to expect it to be is just, I think you're probably going to end up missing a lot of opportunities.
Not that I know dick about shit about relationships, but I know those aren't even 50-50 from what I hear. At least not all the time.
No, but one thing my last supervisor taught me was that in relationships, they should feel reciprocal. Like in a healthy relationship, whatever you're doing, it should be reciprocated to some extent. And it
Yeah.
should like just naturally, like dynamically, like it not even maybe unconsciously, but yeah. So yeah, that's on one of my books I wanna get into.
It's such a philosopher's thought, but as I approach my 30s, it's like as a kid, almost in a naive sense, but like in a spark, in a when you still had your spark before we all got so bitter and
hmm
cynical, which I try to hold on to it. because
Hmm.
it's like that's the idealistic side of you, your left brain or your right brain. I forget which is which. For me, it's neither. But it's like I had that when I was younger, and then throughout my like late teens and 20s, it's like then you become the realistic, rational side. But then as I approach 30, I'm like, nah, you really do need both in harmony. You do need
Hmm.
rationality and emotion. You need both.
Hmm.
It's not just like, well, I'm just logical. It's like, nah, you're just a fucking prick. And I'm talking about
Hmm.
myself a few years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. You gotta, I like the idea. I like being wrong about, or like, not like a weird, sick, fucking like masochistic way, but I like to be proven wrong or at least challenged on things. You know? I like to invite people to just be like, well, here's why I think you're wrong about this. Like civil
Hmm.
discourse kind of. I'm just like, shit, I never thought about that. Like that, because that's just how I learn.
Yeah, I I think if you're able to get that with people, I think you're doing something right because there are a lot of people who are unapproachable where like it's hard to
Yeah.
tell them.
Just I have no ego. It's like I know I'm not the smartest or best person in the room usually. I'm just like I want to learn from you guys. Try to learn a little
Hmm.
bit from each person or learn what not to do from certain people. You know,
Hmm.
everybody's got something they can teach you to some degree.
Yeah.
I don't even know why the fuck we call ourselves Philosofools. This podcast is brilliant.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole beauty
Yeah,
of it.
it really is. Really, yeah. I'm definitely gonna check out that book. It's like, damn, I've been keeping myself so busy that I
Yeah.
haven't even had time to
Hmm.
read.
That's why, yeah, at the end of the night, that's usually whenever I just like sit here and just listen to something. But Bronnie Ware, that's the Australian
Australian dollary dues.
Turners. Yeah.
Crikey. So I just had a funny side one about 4th of July, and it was put your phone down because nobody watches your stupid fireworks videos. No one
Hmm.
watches the video like of fights. Even after like a few minutes of like watching fireworks in person, you're like, okay, I've seen enough.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny because there's stores that like have the video right by the firework to just to show you.
It's
And
like
I don't
this is
even
what it
look at
does.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even look at. I think I like glance over and then because like it shows picture, I'm just like, let's just see what it does. Let's
Was it
go.
Louis that it was just like nobody watches your kids recital?
Yeah.
You could just do
Mhm.
20 minutes, the first 5 seconds, the kids recital, and then the rest of it just be your asshole up like a hissing fucking stream. And,
Hmm.
everybody's like, oh my God, that's so precious.
Hmm. Nobody's watching your kid.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just how I feel about fireworks. That's why I don't record stupid shit like that.
I don't even. Yeah, I have so many videos that like always struggle to keep open memory on my phone. I have so
Mm,
many videos. I'm just like, well, maybe I'll watch it later on,
yeah,
and I never do.
maybe this will be good memories. And then
Hmm.
you're like, oh shit, I still have it. I think I just got
Hmm.
some like double the space on this thing. I don't even have a case on it yet. Oop, just kidding.
Your glass. Your so what does that water thing do?
Which one? This?
No, the water screen
Oh,
protector.
dude, I didn't even know about this. Like,
Looked it up and I was just like, I can't figure out what that
it's
means.
like a brand new thing. They're like, you wanna, so when I was there, they're like, you wanna have a screen protector? And I was like, okay. They're like, liquid or solid? I'm like, the fuck? Pardon?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you mean? You're gonna like pour some shit on there? They're like,
That's what they
exactly.
did, right?
Yeah. And then she just put it in like a little toaster for a few minutes and cooked my phone, and
Took it
then it
out that
came
it's like
out.
toaster strudel.
She called it her easy bake oven. They were very helpful, yeah. And that's what's on my phone now, and you don't take it off. So
So she put liquid on it and it.
yeah, it's like a brand new thing as like or in the last year or so it came out. Liquid phone protectors. I was like, shit, man, I'm easily impressed by this shit. Like when I'm actually using technology more than I ever have, and I'm
Hmm.
still just like, whoa, it's so cool.
Does it look different from a glass one?
Oh no, it's that I can't even tell it's on there. I don't think so. I mean, I just got it too, so I'm not really too used to it. It's very slightly wider, but it's like basically the same size as my old one.
And the screen protector, you can't even tell it's there.
No, I can't. Let's test it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a trip. I'm gonna try to make music for the Philosofools and everything, all my ventures. Got my
What
mixer
kind of
over there.
tune do you think it could be?
Um, just a quick like I'm thinking just like electronic or like some sort of synthwave kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just whatever I start making, it's gonna be very basic, like drum and bass or kind of beat, but it'll be something, something original we can use.
Yeah. It's
Maybe I'll
like a
get Adam
clip.
to start to shred something real quick, get a little demo
Yeah.
going. Intro
A-
by Undoubtable.
Adam Dowd.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Undoubtable.
Yeah. He's a music guy.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. Having all these ventures, but yeah, fucking, it's, I'm holding, I don't know. I'm trying not to be cynical because it's like once you start doing things you actually enjoy doing for a living, it's like you're scared. It's like, oh shit, I've never done this before. I've only
Hmm.
ever done jobs that I fucking don't, I don't want to say I've hated every job I've had, but it's like if it's between that or actually doing what I like,
Hmm.
obviously I'm gonna pick this. So it's almost like a scarcity insecurity thing where it's like,
Yeah, and then you
shit,
got
all
the
right, how
shirt too.
long? It's like when you fuck, I remember when I was younger, there was this girl who was just like bombshell, 10 out of 10
Hmm.
for whatever, God knows what reason. She liked me. And I was just like, what's wrong with you? Like you're clearly crazy or something. You know, when a girl actually approaches you, it's like,
Hmm.
the fuck? And my brain at the time, it's kind of like that feeling where it's just like, how long is this gonna last? And of course, it
Hmm.
didn't last very long for no reason other than just like, I don't know, we were just young.
Yeah.
Was like
Hmm.
20, but not like we were cool. She was fine, but like that's how I feel about this right now.
How long is it gonna last?
It's just it's hard not to think like that,
Hmm.
but that's why I'm keeping myself just busy and just doing it all now because I am listening to these quotes where it's just like the best time to get started, or it's like the second best time to get started is right now. The best time was yesterday, or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, I kind of let go of that whole idea where it's like it's too late. It's like no, it isn't. It's
Yeah.
never.
Hmm.
I
If
don't
you're
believe it's
alive,
never.
it's never too late.
I don't believe in the whole like it's never too late to a degree because at some point, I don't know if it's just the comedian brain in me at this point, or it's just like, all right, if you've got like no fucking limbs, it's like, okay, I can do like three things. Maybe I'm not, yeah, maybe I'm not going to become a master pianist. I love that word.
Master pianist.
I'm a master pianist. It just sounds so
Hmm.
fucking dirty, and it's not.
Hmm.
It's noble.
It's noble.
It's just, yeah, like that's a hard instrument to learn on the keyboard.
Hmm.
I like the organ.
Be
I
all
want to do it.
Dracula with it. Yeah.
Yeah, Transylvanian shit.
Hmm.
I have a question for you, Reed. Do loud noises bother you? Sudden loud noises.
Get the cymbals out. Do sudden loud noises? No, but just like I think it's misophonia or misophonia. So
Yeah,
like,
chewing and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, mouth sounds. I don't like mouth sounds.
I didn't realize you had that until months into Pickle Palace. I didn't notice
Hmm.
that with you right away.
Yeah, I don't know why burps,
Maybe you just
burps,
didn't
and
tell
just
me. at first.
I think we just, yeah, we didn't live together, so it didn't really. But yeah, just mouth sounds in general.
Yeah, because we were in that van together for like how long? I never noticed that about you until you
Hmm.
mentioned it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I know
also
you're
like
similar.
the fucking slurping, I get that. The one that, yeah, it's just, oh man, I won't call him out, but yeah, it's just fucking, it's insufferable, man.
Hmm.
It's so bad. I gotta like, you're right. You gotta leave the room.
Yeah, that's basically what I do.
And I wish it didn't bother me. I was trying to ask ChatGPT, why does this bug us so much? And it really is a deeply ingrained, like you feel like it's a threat sort of thing.
Yeah, how it registers because it's like it's an annoyance, but it's different than like if somebody doesn't put their cart like in the thing at the store. It's way different than that.
Mm, just sad. So it's not loud noises, it's specific noises.
Mm. If it's too early in the morning, yeah, I don't like loud noises, but I feel like that's common.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it, but I notice when I'm at home, I'm afraid of like dropping something or like
Hmm.
making a loud sudden noise because I know my mom doesn't like it and I don't want to upset her. So it's almost like secondhand.
Hmm.
Like I only care because I know someone in the room is going to get bothered by it.
Hmm.
And I know why she doesn't like loud noises, but it's just like, don't be mad at me. But she's kind of like gotten better about it. Yeah, my mom hates like storms and shit. She gets
Mm.
freaked out by like thunder, like loud. Like I think it's kind of cool. I'm actually terrified of lightning outside though, but if
Hmm.
I'm inside, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
I've
So if
always
it's
been scared of
outside.
lightning ever since I was a little girl.
Yeah, I heard that like if you're by where like a stormy area, if your hair like on your arm starts like I think it's some static thing, then like
Dude.
stand
Yeah.
on your toes or something so that
Hmm.
if the lightning does strike that it like has a minimal chance of going through you. Like stand on your tippy toes and like in somebody taught us this in like elementary school. Stand on your tippy toes and hopefully it'll
Really?
like go right through you somehow.
There's a way to like dodge lightning like that? That's
That's what I
cool.
heard.
They taught you
Yeah.
how to defend yourself against lightning in elementary school. Oh
Lightning
yeah, because you grew up in
self-defense.
Florida. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hmm.
My dad, that's why he
Yeah.
doesn't play golf actually. He was on the back nine or whatever when he was working for like Forbes or something, and he said lightning struck like literally 2 feet from his leg, and he's like, ever since then he just doesn't fuck with golf. I was like, that would do it for me too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, lightning, I would say, is one of those things I don't really think about until it comes up again, but freaking
Hmm.
hate lightning, dude. Because it's
Hmm.
just so sudden and unpredictable. That's what scares the shit out of
Absolutely.
me.
Hmm.
Sudden shit is like the root of my panic disorder.
Mm. Sudden shit.
Just sudden, unpredictable, impending doom kind of shit. Like so like lightning, fucking heart attacks, strokes. What's the one where like you just fucking seize and slam your head in the keyboard? I read a story about that. That's no good for me.
Narcolepsy.
Not narcolepsy, but it's like a brain aneurysm or hemorrhage or some shit.
Mm.
Just like shit like that where you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
That's why the Titanic, I would never fucking do it. It's like I get it, it's there. I'll watch a YouTube video. I'm good.
Yeah.
James
Hmm.
Cameron, you made a good movie, but you're out of your fucking mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
He was crazy.
Where are we at time-wise?
I think we started like I think we've gone over an hour now.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to like wrap it up with like one question?
Yeah, I don't have any on my end.
I could tell you're beat, bro. Like you're
I'm
tired.
tired. Yeah.
Like you said, yeah.
It didn't help not getting any sleep last night. Yeah, I started off strong and now I'm like losing steam.
You're good, bro. I don't mind if you ever like I mean I know we do these weekly, but if you ever wanted to like go again the next day and like I have the time, I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we'll always like definitely do one a week, but then we can always do one like ahead of time and like
Hmm.
just for the next week or like just have a
Yeah,
few on the back,
exactly.
you know?
Hmm.
I mean that's all I really had for this week.
Okay.
I'll try to come up with some better shit.
Nah, no, that was a good one.
Yeah, I feel like I have too many insecurities, man, because I always rewatch these. Like, oh, I don't always rewatch these, but I'll like watch maybe 5 minute clips, and I'll be like, "This was way better than I thought." In my brain at the time, I'm just like, "Wow, I'm too
Hmm.
too hard on myself."
Because you want to give a good product, a good entertainment.
Yeah, I just like weirdly feel more comfortable on camera than I do off sometimes. Oh,
Mm.
yeah, didn't realize that until I started really making content regularly.
Hmm.
Interesting.
How do you want to wrap it up?
Bring it home in
Bring it on
song.
home.
Da 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 da.
Then throw it back to the, yeah.
Get some sleep, broski.
Hmm. All right. Love you, man.
Love you, broski.
See you,
Kisses.
Philosopools.
See you, philosophers. Take it easy.